Time now, 6:43. It's time for your morning rush stories we are tracking for you here on this Monday morning. First up, a decade-long embargo limiting Iran's ability to buy weapons just expired. The United Nations barred Iran from purchasing tanks and fighter jets for 10 years. Now they can, despite objections from the White House. President Trump's administration insisted the sanctions were reinvoked when the U.S. withdrew from the nuclear deal. Iran, though, still faces sanctions from the United States. All right, next, love this story. A Carnival cruise ship crew turned heroes. They saved more than 20 people, including 2 children, from a sinking boat off the coast of Florida. The Carnival sensation was in international waters when it came upon the struggling boat. There were no passengers on the cruise ship since Carnival has stopped sailings because of the pandemic. And finally, for 12 days, missing in Utah's Zion National Park, Holly Courtier was found alive. A park visitor thought they saw her and passed along the location of park rangers, ending that massive search. And that's your morning rush here on this Monday.
A claim from President Trump about masks and your chances of catching COVID-19 is sparking some questions online. Our Verify team looked into it. Here's Jason Puckett.
In a town hall presentation Thursday, President Trump said this.
But just the other day, they came out with a statement that 85% of the people that wear masks catch it.
He made the same claim earlier in the day at a rally in North Carolina.
Did you see CDC? That 85% of the people wearing the mask catch it, okay?
So is this true? Did the CDC say that 85% of people who wear masks actually catch COVID-19? Our main source to verify is the CDC. They say no, that this claim misrepresents a recent study and the CDC's official stance. Quote, the interpretation that more mask wearers are getting infected compared to non-mask wearers is incorrect. Now, this all comes from this CDC report on morbidity and mortality. It looked at 154 COVID-19 patients and compared them with 160 people who didn't have the virus. The study found roughly 85% of the sick patients had worn masks and roughly 89% of the healthy people had worn masks. In a statement to verify, the CDC said all the people tested had a high level of mask use, but in restaurants and other places with food, masks can't be used. Quote, these are locations where even mask users become vulnerable. They found 41% of the sick people in the study had gone to a restaurant in the last 14 days, compared to only 28% of the healthy people in the study. The claim also shows a misunderstanding of how masks work. The CDC told us masks aren't meant to protect the wearer from catching the virus. They're meant to stop the wearer from spreading it. This isn't a new stance or change in the CDC policy. Here's one of our stories from May. Masks protect other people. The CDC says cloth masks are, quote, not intended to protect the wearer, but may prevent the spread of the virus from the wearer to others. Bottom line, we can verify the claim that 85% of people wearing masks catch COVID is false. With your Verify, I'm Jason Puckett.
Jason, thank you. If you have something you want us to look into, email verify@ktrU.com, and you can also reach out on Facebook or Twitter.